Good evening and welcome to tonight's news bulletin. First, the headlines. His Highness Sayyid Yazid bin Haytham Al Saeed presides over the inauguration of the first edition of Oman Conference on Environment and Sustainability. The Minister of Transport, Communications and Information Technology implements projects for asphalt road maintenance in the Governorate of Musandam, Al-Wusta and North Al-Sharqiyya. The Transformational Industries Laboratory continues its works by reviewing the projects and investments opportunities in the industrial sectors. And Khazain Economic City signs an agreement to localize the pharmaceutical industries in line with the national plans to achieve the pharmaceutical security strategy. Live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman Television, here we present to you the details of this news bulletin. His Highness Sayyid Yazid bin Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed, Minister of Culture, Sports and Youth, presided over the inauguration of the first edition of Oman Conference on Environmental Sustainability. More details coming up in this report.
400 participants from 25 countries took part in the Oman Conference for Environmental Sustainability, shedding light on the latest policies and strategies related to the adaptation and reduction of climate change effects in a bid to achieve net carbon emissions.
The Sultanate of Oman is one of those countries which paid a very important attention to the environment since a very early time, and through the journey of the Sultanate through the 5 decades. Actually, we have right now almost 25 nature reserves. We have several legislations which protecting the environment and the environmental assets, and also encouraging the institutions and individuals to behave in a sustainable manner, and also to fulfill the global and international requirements.
The United Nations Environment Programme works very, very closely with governments within its mandate. We are a science-based organization. We use science to affect policy. So the principle is to actually use the newest sciences when it comes to the environment and study with each of the governments alone or regionally as a group of governments and globally how do we affect policies and put in policies that are more environmentally friendly towards less emissions and towards a better environment for the globe.
The event included crowning the winners of the Green Branch Award, which was dedicated for the outstanding environmental contributions and initiatives of institutions and individuals.
We have been a volunteer team since 2014, but we have changed to the environmental department back in 2019. We have done a lot of projects, but last year we did the first LCOI, which is the local conference of youth in Oman. That was the first edition. We have done it under the authority of the Environmental Authority and the Yongo as well. We also have done the Dhilal, which is a project to grow 5,000 Omani wild trees in Mahmiyat al-Ras al-Shajar as well. We're very glad that the Environmental Authority have given us the chance to win this award. As a voluntary team in this department, to be recognized our efforts and to have this such support from this type of authorities, it shows us how much they care and how much they are supporting us to do more projects in this area.
The conference promotes values of research and innovation in finding solutions to address various issues and challenges, especially those pertaining to air pollution and climate change.
Safeguarding biodiversity for generations to come while investing in sustainable infrastructure will greatly help in achieving overall economic and social growth. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Salih Abu Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Saleh Al-Rahbi, thank you very much there. The Ministry of Transport, Communications and Information Technology issued a direct order execution for asphalt road maintenance projects in the governorates of Musandam, Al-Wusta and North Al-Sharqiyya for 3 companies specialized in the field of asphalt road maintenance. Through the implementation of these projects, the ministry aims to provide a safe road network for asphalt road users and maintain the sustainability of the road network in various governorates. ASEAN Group signed an agreement with Hyundai Samoa for heavy industries to build 2 liquefied natural gas vessels. The agreement came to meet the needs of the local and international investments projects in response to the increasing demand of the liquefied natural gas. The 2 fifth-generation modern ships will be built with high global standards for environmental and commercial sustainability in the Samoa dock in Korean Republic, which is one of the best docks for building vessels in the world. In its yearly celebration, recognition ceremony was held today at the Oman Journalist Association to reward those members and teams who worked on the 31st World Congress of the International Federation of Journalists, IFG, which was a global event that happened last year in the Sultanate of Oman. More details coming up here with Ahmed Al-Busaidi.
In its annual ceremony, Oman Journalists Association celebrated the honoring of more than 200 governmental, private committees, institutions and work teams that contributed to the success of the General Conference of the International Federation of Journalists, IFJ, in its 31st Congress, which was hosted by the Sultanate of Oman last year. The ceremony included a number of various performances, such as an exhibition of photos taken before and during the Congressional Convention, as well as a speech by OGA, a theatre sketch that resembles the power and strength of journalism and media, as well as some videos from the OGA live events and training programs.
Actually, we are so proud of this day actually to get this award actually from the Omani Journalism Association, and it's pushing us actually for future to write things, good things actually, and for shooting and covering like this Congress.
The Omani Journalists Association has given training and rehabilitation process its undivided attention out of the belief of the role of the journalists and media workers during the next stage, as the association has implemented over the past 5 years more than 40 courses and training programs in the press and media institutions inside and outside the Sultanate of Oman.
Actually, well, as a member in Oman Journalists Association, I feel so proud and I feel so really it was a pleasure to be a part of the 31st Congress here in Muscat, and it was a huge event, and it means a lot to me. And this award itself, it says that we did a good job. I mean, not only me, all the team. They were working something like a couple of months before the event, and during the 5 days of the event, it was a huge job. It just to give that impression to all the journalists, the 350 from more than 100 countries, that we can do it here in Oman. And it was really one of the best meetings of the IFJ.
In the upcoming period, the association is preparing to announce its program during the current year, which will include a group of internal and external events and training programs. It will also work to activate the role of the association's committees in various governorates within the Sultanate of Oman. Appreciation and recognition were both seen here today at the Omani Journalists Association. This is due to the 31st World Congress of IFJ and their participation in it. And this is also to encourage the journalists to take the steps forward and be good in fields of journalism and media. For Oman TV, Ahmed bin Hilal Al-Busaidi, Muscat.
Thank you, Ahmed Al-Busaidi there. And let's congratulate our colleagues, the journalist, of course, there. The Transformative Industries and Future Industries Laboratory continues its work with the participation of more than 100 governmental, academic and private institutions. The laboratory aims to address the challenges facing projects and investments opportunities in the industrial sector and to find practical solutions for their implementation. During the past period, the laboratory came out with a number of initiatives, including supporting national products, financing manufacturing industries projects and complexes, managing industrial waste and compatibility of the tax system in the Sultanate of Oman with the directions of the industry sector. On the sidelines of the investments in health sector, laboratory Khazain Economic City signed an agreement to localize the pharmaceutical industries. The agreement aims to achieve the pharmaceutical security strategy in the Sultanate of Oman, attract expertise and advanced technology in addition to creating job opportunities in the pharmaceutical field. Investments in the pharmaceutical sector in Khazain reached 25 million Omani riyals by the last quarter of 2022. An area of 500,000 square meters was designated for pharmaceutical industries for the establishment of pharmaceutical factories, warehouses, laboratories and advanced research centers. You are with the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin, our Omani national team will play this evening the semi-final match against Bahrain as part of the 25th Gulf Championship. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. And now for the international news. European Union presidency holder Sweden said today that Russia's weekend strike on a residential block in Dnipro, which killed at least 36 people, constitutes a war crime. The Swedish government condemns in the strongest terms Russia's continuing systematic attacks against civilians in Ukraine, including Saturday's missile strike on an apartment block in Dnipro. Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson told reporters, calling it a horrific attack. International attacks against civilians are war crimes. Those responsible will be held to account, he said, speaking at a joint press conference in Stockholm with the European Council President Charles Michel. The Kremlin has denied responsibility for the attack and has pointed to an unsubstantiated theory circulating on social media that Ukrainian air defense system had caused the damage. Rescuers resumed searching in Nepal for 4 people still missing after the Himalayan nation's deadliest plane crash in 30 years. A search was also underway for the black boxes, a cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorded as rescuers looked for survivors. Rescuers had recovered 68 bodies out of the 72 people on board the ATR-72 aircraft operated by Yeti Airlines that crashed in the tourist city of Pokhara minutes before landing yesterday in clear weather. The plane was carrying 57 Nepalese, 5 Indians, 4 Russians, 2 South Koreans and 1 person each from Argentina, Ireland, Australia and France. "19 people were killed today when a bus and a truck collided in northern Senegal 8 days after a smash-up between 2 buses left 40 dead. 25 people were injured in today's accident, which occurred near Sakal in the Loga region. Road accidents are common in Senegal, mainly because of driver error, poor roads and decrepit vehicles. According to the World Bank, Senegal, a country of 17 million, records 24 road deaths for every 100,000 inhabitants annually. Back to our local news here. Our Omani national team will play today the semi-final match against Bahrain as part of the 25th Gulf Championship, which is hosted by the Iraqi Governorate of Basra. Our team enters the match with the aim of qualifying and reaching the final round after skipping the group stage as the group's runner-up after getting 7 points equally with the Iraqi team, the group leader. The match will take place at 9:15 p.m. on the Olympic Port Stadium. We wish them all the best, of course. The Minister of Health, in cooperation with the World Health Organization, organized a training course on tools for evaluating entry points, basic capabilities requirements at airports, ports and land crossings. As COVID pandemic revealed gaps in preparedness and response, this course seeks to invest in strengthening and developing the basic capabilities of workers at border points, especially with regards to the implementation and evaluation of the international health regulations. The Ministry of Heritage and Tourism is preparing to organize the second edition of the Empty Quarter Festival in the Wilayah of Thamrit in the Governorate of Dhofar. The activities of the festival will start on 25th of January until 3rd of February 2023. The Directorate General of Heritage and Culture in the Governorate of Dhofar stressed that this edition of the festival will include a number of activities and events that are being held for the first time. This came in a statement by Khalid bin Abdullah Al-Abri, Director General of Heritage and Tourism in the Governorate of Dhofar. He added that the holding of this festival comes within the vision of the ministry to make the Governorate of Dhofar a tourism destination, as well as enhance winter tourism in addition to economic value of the festival. He said that among the activities of the festival area are a marathon of 10 kilometers, as well as tourism caravan that promotes the touristic landmarks in the Governorate. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and to conclude this news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Highness Sayyid Yazin bin Haytham Al Saeed presides over the inauguration of the first edition of Oman Conference on Environmental Sustainability. The Minister of Transport, Communications and Information Technology implements projects for asphalt road maintenance in the Governorate of Musandam Al-Wusta and North Al-Sharqiyya. The Transformational Industries Laboratory continues its works by reviewing the projects and investment opportunities in the industrial sector. And finally, Al-Khazain Economic City signs an agreement to localize the pharmaceutical industries in line with the national plans to achieve pharmaceutical security strategy. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. From me, Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, with the entire news team here in the studio, we thank you for joining us. Wish you a pleasant evening and good night.